budget statement is a decision that didn't start last week. It
Correct.
started on the 30th of August 2025.
Correct.
In order to have this done.
Yeah.
The things that you speak of, Auditor General's report, is actually coming out from monies that have been spent or not spent in the year before. So why would you then have a budget statement that includes your appropriations as well as your finance bill on mistakes that we can have already seen that have been made?
Because there's no energy to deal with them. It is not, to use Prof's word, the politics, and the politics is not always a bad thing. It's politics of appropriation for private gain, because what else drives corruption, you know? But also a citizenry that also needs, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday and he told me, perhaps we don't need electoral reforms, we need citizen reforms. You know, a citizenry that actually does not expect its member of parliament to go and push for oversight, but actually expects the handouts over the weekend. A citizenry that will not ask this politician whose salary we can guess, we can know. You know, we know. You know, if you need to check, you can check and you can find out. Comes with money bags for sports, you know, over the weekend. Does not question. You know, so that there is almost an implicit expectation that the goal of going into government is to bring money. So a bad politician is the one who does not bring money back.
Yeah.
You know, a good politician, at least hakuli peke yake, you know, he eats with the... Because I think that is what is really driving the corruption. All these monies for campaign, it's not campaigns to put billboards on the you know, or
right.
posters. You know, it's not money. It's mobilization money, facilitation money. You know, attendance money, heckling money, you know, booing money, silence money, you know, whatever you want done, you pay for it. But why is it that we as citizens seem to have accepted that as a way of life? And therefore we do not demand from our... Because if I have come and I've given you money, tomorrow you cannot ask me to do my job. Or I tell you, but where do you think that money came from?
Paid for it.
I pay for it. I brought you something. You know, so for me, that accountability has to start from even the citizens demanding, you know, that we need a better Kenya. We need a better country. Because unless somebody is asking those questions and enforcing, because law enforcement is really the challenge. You know, we can go around, but unless we enforce the law, unless we demand for accountability, we will be here again. Next year we'll come and talk about a 5.5 trillion budget, and all of us then go home and are frustrated. We now start going through our own depression and hoping it will not get worse than this.
Yeah.
But the reality is these things. That's
Prof, many are asking the question, the budget 2026-2027, is it Mwananchi friendly? Why? Because you look at the levies that have been introduced, say sugarcane, levies that have been introduced on sugarcane, you're transporting it as well. You talk about the new rules on registering your mobile phone when you buy it. You look at the gig economy as well in there. And Mwananchi are asking, is this Mwananchi friendly? Or what would inform a budget to be Mwananchi friendly?